Rashad, why you
Anyways,
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
Trump lit
What's
in
up,
it.
Rashad? What it do, boy?
We walk
Hey,
around the
Rashad.
world.
Yeah. Mountain Dews, baby. If you know, you know. Shouts out to Sean White. Shouts out to the Flying Tomato. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the World 10 Gets Up. Whew. All right. Shout out Anscape. Shout out ESPN for sure. Ironically, I feel like I'm gonna kind of call out ESPN later in this room. Anyways, we'll get to that later. I wanted to shout out some more music that I didn't get to yesterday because so much music came out this week, and there's still more music after this, even after these shout outs that won't even get love. Dan is here early. Gosh, Lee, Dan, you must have the notice on. You said you was gonna have the notice on. Dan here early, man. Hey, I think it's gonna be another Dan and Rashad show because it's 3 a.m. Eastern time. Unless Zero gets in, because you know Zero. But Zero, he said he was gonna have an off day. But Zero works now. He said, I got you. I appreciate that, Dan. I appreciate that, Dan. That's love, brother. That's love. But I wanted to shout out these songs and these artists and things of that sort. Hold on. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna go here. Marco Plus, man. Marco. Oh, you said you got the update for sure. But yeah. Marco Plus dropped his album yesterday. Marco Plus versus the Underworld. Of course, the Smino joint is on there that I previously shouted out. I believe I shouted out when it came out. Cool It Out with Kai Cash and Jigs. It's a lot of real rap on here, but it's a lot of just singing and melodic stuff. And I don't know. Marco is really expanding himself. Oh, that was crazy. I apologize. He's really expanding his sound and things of that sort. I think it was a couple projects ago he had like some new stuff that was like, you know, more turn up and everything like that. And so, you know, he's been dipping into that every now and again. But there's some melodic stuff on this as well. And the way that he talks about, you know, being there for his daughter, I always appreciate that too. So shouts out to Marco Plus on that. Another joint that came out this week that I wanted to shout out, Mrs. Razorblade, aka Lucille Gotti. She released something, but it was a kind of a SoundCloud exclusive, and I rocked with it. I rocked with it a lot, man. It was a SoundCloud exclusive. It's called The Wash, and it's only on SoundCloud, so I'll link it in the description and stuff like that. Y'all know how I feel about Lucille Gotti and being underrated and stuff. The last song, Unconditional Sped Master, is a personal favorite of mine. She's rapping on there. It's a nice little dance vibe. But so are the other joints. You can kind of dance to all of these. I think it's cool off of Don't Tap That Glass. And let me see if any other songs I wanted to shout out, any other artists oh yes, it was another artist, a group that I wanted to shout out. They're called Hot RBE. This is them right here, and I just discovered them for the first time tonight. I seen from advertisement, kind of them just rapping one of the verses on here, but it's like a pop. It's more like a back in the day, in like 2015, there was this duo from Florida. They're called Brie K and Kasari. They were kind of CHH, and I was huge into them. I love Brie K and Kasari, and they stopped making music together, but I love them together. And that's what this group right here reminds me of, the RBE group. I guess it's a duo. One singing, one is more rapping. It's kind of like Brie K and Kasari. And yeah, I don't know. I'll rock with it. Something different, like pop sound and everything like that. So that was that. Anything else with new music? I think that's it for new music for this week. I understand there's like a gazillion other people that dropped this week, so apologies. Protect dropped this week. Who's that? That's Bruce's artist. Bruce dropped him off. That's his artist and stuff like that. So yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out to him. I heard people say that was a good project too. So shout us out to him. Okay, let me get back into this chat because Dan said he got some news for me, man. Dan said Zero and I are cool, but I got great news to share. I was on Law Nation's live stream yesterday, and I was in the zone talking about my favorite sports team, and the Cowboys, and I wasn't able to hold my own. A mix of hip hop and rap can be either good or bad. As long as it's good, I can dig with that. I feel it. I respect it. Oh snap! He was on Law Nation's stream last night talking about the thing. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, Layla. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I almost tweaked out. Friend of the channel, Layla. Hey. Out there, freestyles finally out now, featuring J Bread. Of course, if you really tapped in, come on now to the channel. You've heard this song before. Glass on my hips, ice on my back, money on my wrist. I never miss with our mom, baby G. They say they wanted a song with the parent. They said, Layla, we want a song with one of your parents. And what she did, she put a song with one of her parents. It is what it is. For sure. Shouts out to Layla, bro. 100%. She's also doing a show in New York for the 1 year anniversary of Gap Year. I said, dang. I commented. I was like, bro, 1 year anniversary of your first album, and no albums have been better since that album came out. Shouts out to Gap Year. Y'all make sure y'all listen to Gap Year. Still my favorite album since it came out. No albums top that since then. Billy 2, I ain't gonna lie, was pretty close. Suave, Billy 2 was pretty close. But overall, but that was more like an EP. Like Suave's calling that like a mixtape. Billy 2 is pretty close, but Gap Year, man, I'm still in love with that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Would you have me on? Would you care like at all? What Dan say? The Dan and Rashad show is locked in right now. We about to show people what this is all about. Yes, sir, Dan. My brother Dan from the Big D. Huh? What the Cowboys doing right now, man? He said, I was able to sing Let Me Love You yesterday. My boy, Dan getting it done. And karaoke, he said he going to have me at karaoke one night in Dallas when I come over to Texas. I said, I ain't never been to Texas. Oh, my homegirl going to Dallas. And friend of the channel, Brittany Young, she'll be in Dallas. I don't know if I was supposed to make a hotspot, her block hot or whatever, you know what I mean? But Brittany's about to be in Dallas and stuff like that. She was just telling me about that earlier. And I was like, oh, snap. I ain't never been to Dallas. And she was like, yeah, me neither. But we're going to see. We're going to find out what they got cracking and stuff. I was like, yeah, for sure. Okay. But yeah. Shouts out to Dan, man. Singing to Mario. Mario is not a friend of the channel, but I have seen him perform that song multiple times. Oh, okay. I'll tell a story about that song, man. I'll tell a story about that song, but before I move on. Bro, y'all remember SSB remembers because I was talking about it and he was in stream that night. Man, I went and streamed because I've been going for like 170 days in a row, whatever. And one of the days that was like the craziest was 2 a.m. I'm walking back. I just walked back from Essence Fest. And it was probably about like, 25, 30-minute walk or whatever at 2 a.m. So as you can imagine, I'm tired. I've been watching the acts all day, and I went straight from the convention center to pick up my tickets to come back to the crib. No. I picked up my tickets, then I went to the store. Then I came to the crib. I fixed something to eat real quick. I ate. And then, headed out to the show, watched the show for like 4, 5. It felt like we got to the show like 9 p.m. And I left at, 1:40. So it's 1:40. I'm leaving. I'm about to head back at 2 a.m. So that's how long? From 9 to 2. That's 5 hours. 5 hours at the Essence Fest. Outside, bro, it's a McDonald's little pop-up, right? And as we're leaving, and Mario's performing at the McDonald's pop-up. And the person I was with, they was like, what they say? They said, what they say? They said, oh yeah, it was like, I want to get some McDonald's. I said, bro, it's 2 a.m. Like, I'm going back to the crib. Like, I gotta go stream. And they was like, get some, see this is what McDonald's is about. I said, you got it, little twin. I'm headed out. Cause there was a line to even get in. And it was 2 a.m. Man, I'm going home. I said, you can get you a Uber, whatever. Woo, woo. I'm walking back. So that's what I did, and I ended up streaming at 2 a.m. and Mario was performing "Let Me Love You" and "Oh Baby, You Got What I Need When You Say He's Just a Friend," everything like that. So that's my Mario story. "Let Me Love You," but that's like the second time I've seen him perform that this summer because he also performed it at BET when I was over there for BET. So shouts out to all my dogs at BET. Jamal, my mans. If you know, you know for sure. Mina, know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Brittany, know what I mean? The family, huh? He said we about to see what karaoke spot we find in Dallas, but I think we can find a good spot, man, for sure. For sure. First of all, you like McDonald's. Second of all, Mario is one of the better 2000 songs. That is for sure one of the better 2000 songs. Let Me Love You. I did Let Me Love You come out in the 2000s? If it did, talk about a timeless classic. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let Me Love You, Mario. This came out 2004? Oh, Mario, you got it, twin. I'm thinking like it came out like '09, maybe. This came out '04. That's wild. Okay. For sure, one of the better 2000 songs. Yeah, Dan, you were right. You were right. And in terms of McDonald's, I don't eat McDonald's no more because I'm vegetarian, so I stopped eating McDonald's. But like when I'm on the West Coast, I eat the vegan McDonald's every now and again. Mr. Charlie's. I have a short about it. Check out the shorts. Sell promo, sell promo, sell plug real quick. Hold on, hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up where it's at in the shorts. Gloss on my hips. Icy. Oh, I uploaded two little joints that I went to in Ohio today on the shorts. This is in Cleveland. This was in Akron. So shouts out to those two places. McCautry's ice cream, of course. Shouts out to Larizi. Essence Fest stuff. Riding in a self-driving car. Some Atlanta stuff right here. Some LA stuff. Here you go. Eating vegan McDonald's in LA, Mr. Charlie's. And this is the first time I went there in like 2022. Is that picture from? That's why I got a mask on. It's like 2023 ish. So yeah. Shouts out to Mr. Charlie's. So I'll be eating over there. And yeah. And he said, I wish we could play that song, but it's gonna get copied, man. Dan, you know better than anybody else. You know they trying to get me out of here. They trying to get this channel out of when that Joe Budden hit me. He blocked one of my lives. And then I forgot what I got a strike for. I got a strike for something, bro. I'm like, dang. So yeah. I definitely had to play the fine line of the copyright game. But I'll do a little bit. I'll do a little bit right now. I'll do a little bit right now. If I was your man, baby. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to do Mario a disservice. You know what I mean? But if I was your man, baby, you wouldn't worry about back to you. I'll be coming home. Oh, I got the words wrong. Every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman, search full of things, fish full of diamond, hand full of ring. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you all. You should let me be the give you every baby good love and make me your sir. Show you the way love supposed to be. All right, bro. He said also some refreshing news. My mother came back from the hospital. W's. W mama's health. Her temperature is down, but she's still recovering. I'm just glad that she's home, man. I'm glad too, Dan. W Dan in the chat. W Dan in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the Dan and Rashad show, the live. But in the comments on the replay, everybody spam W Dan for sure. I'm glad everything's going well with moms. It's going better. And I hope you, Dan, I haven't forgotten, still eating more on a healthy path. I remember a couple of weeks ago, when you were kind of describing your cuisine, it was like on the healthy side, eating cleaner, and like that was your goal. So I hope it's still continuing that way. Tonight I faced me some vegan mashed potatoes for the first time, and then I had lion's mane mushroom steak with it. So I fixed me some lion's mane steak mushroom for the first time in a few months. And then I had some vegan mashed potatoes with it. What's vegan mashed potatoes, you might ask? It's just regular mashed potatoes, but instead of using milk and butter, I use vegan butter and almond milk. And was there anything else different that Nah, everything else is pretty much the same. But yeah, I made it from hand. That was the first time of me making mashed potatoes, period, from hand. I usually just do the little flakes and joint, but nah, you know what I'm saying? Fixing it from scratch now, trying to be a little healthier. I'm still eating healthy vegetables, but when I go to restaurants, I have my go-to meal, but I have a water for the drink, for the health wise. Yeah, just continue working on it. Baby steps, step by step. Get your water in every single day. Lots of water. Flush yourself out. Skin clear, everything like that. My skin isn't necessarily in the best shape right now because I haven't been doing my it's a couple things. I haven't been doing my skincare, and 2, I haven't been getting consistent sleep. Like, because I've been, breaking up sleep, like taking naps and then waking up, streaming for an hour or 2, and then going back to sleep for like 5-6 more hours. It's not necessarily the best way to sleep. I haven't slept 8 hours in a row in probably last time I slept 8 hours in a row. I can't even remember the last time I slept 8 hours in a row. Might have been like June, maybe May, maybe even before that. So I get back on it, everything like that. If you know what I'm saying, if I'm gonna talk about health with y'all and stuff like that, I need to get better with that. But I've been trying. That's why I'm so behind on uploading clips. Like I'm a day and a half. It's a day and a half of clips that just aren't uploaded from this week because been trying to get more sleep. Back in my childhood, I used to do the moonwalk by Michael Jackson. I had the moves. Everybody had a Michael Jackson phase, Dan. Everybody had a Michael Jackson phase as a kid, dog. He's the absolute GOAT. There will never be another Michael Jackson in our lifetimes. Probably lifetimes after. I don't think there will ever be another Michael Jackson era, period. All right. With that being said, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, bro. ESPN will not air Spike Lee's docu-series on Colin Kaepernick. Y'all see I have the ESPN shirt on right now. Shouts out to Anscape. This is such a thing. I don't know if they're going to bring it up in the story, but it's a thing for a particular reason. So I'm going to read it, and here we go from The Guardian. ESPN will not air Spike Lee's docu-series on quarterback Colin Kaepernick, multi-part series on ex-NFL player who protested racial injustice will not continue over quote-unquote creative differences. And here we go. Director Spike Lee's multi-part documentary series for ESPN Films about former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who sparked a national debate when he protested racial injustice nearly a decade ago. Golly. Oh my goodness, time is flying. Colin Kaepernick nearly a decade ago. That was 9 years ago, man. 16. Jeez Louise. All right. Where is it? The filmmaker and ESPN said ESPN, Colin Kaepernick, and Spike Lee have collectively decided to no longer proceed with this project as a result of certain creative differences, ESPN said in a statement to Reuters on Saturday. Despite not reaching finality, we appreciate all the hard work and collaboration that went into this film. Lee told Reuters on Friday that the series was not going to be released. It's not coming out. That's all I can say. Lee said on the red carpet ahead of the Harold and Carol Pump Foundation dinner, a fundraiser for cancer research treatment in Beverly Hills, California. Asked why, the Oscar-winning director declined to elaborate, citing a non-disclosure agreement. Dang, I can't. I signed a non-disclosure. I can't talk about it. Dang, Kaepernick ignited a national debate in 2016 when he knelt for the U.S. national anthem to protest systemic racism and police brutality. The 37-year-old has not played in the NFL since that season. Many experts believe his political activism, which triggered a movement that drew the ire of Donald Trump, were the key reasons teams were very wary of signing him. He later filed a collusion grievance against team owners, which was settled with the league in 2019. Representatives for Kaepernick did not immediately respond for a request to comment. Production on the series began in 2022 with the Walt Disney-owned ESPN touting its quote-unquote full first-person account of Kaepernick's journey that would be featured in extensive interviews with the player. Dang, last year, Puck News reported that the project faced delays amid disagreements between Kaepernick and Lee over the direction of the film. I'm grateful to be able to work with the legend Spike Lee on my docuseries. Thank you, Jemele Hill, for being a part of an incredible team. It's time for the narrative to be corrected. Dang, let me see this. Let me see this post. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see this post. Okay, it loaded. Of course, as soon as I did the thing. Dang. Nessa was in that, John. Dang, man. That's crazy. This is going to be amazing to watch. Chris, I have some news for you, buddy. Dang. Hate to see it, brother. Did Jemele Hill go to FAMU? Side note, Jemele Hill College. I thought so. She went to Michigan State. Shout out FAMU. Shout out HBCUs. I thought she went to Michigan State. The series is co-produced by Jemele Hill, a former ESPN reporter who was suspended by the network in 2017 after she suggested that fans who disagree with the criticism of the NFL players taking a knee from the owner of the Dallas Cowboys should boycott the team's advertisers. A month earlier, she had enraged the White House when she tweeted, "Donald Trump is a white supremacist who is largely surrounding himself with other white supremacists." The network's decision to drop the series comes as the Trump administration has sued broadcasters that were reported critically on the president and pushed private businesses and schools to end diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that the government now defines as unlawful discrimination against white Americans. Crazy. In December, Disney's ABC News agreed to pay $15 million to a foundation and a museum to be established by Trump as a part of a settlement in a defamation lawsuit Trump filed against the network. At this dangerous moment of dissent, I hope you appreciated the article. Before you close the tab, I wanted to ask if you want us to support The Guardian at this crucial time of journalism in the U.S. Shouts out to The Guardian for sure. We value anything you can spare. Support $5 monthly. Support for just $1. Shouts out to The Guardian, man. Y'all support journalism, everything like that for sure. What's good? Big Nate was in the building. I want to say this. The reason why this was a big deal to me and everything like that, because of this. Hold on, let me see. The NFL recently just took 10% of equity stake in ESPN. I'll let you guys do what you want with that information. So this was announced when the NFL bought ESPN 10%. ESPN acquiring NFL Network, other NFL assets. That was announced August 5th. It is now August 17th at the time I'm doing this live. That is 12 days. So 12 days after it was announced that that the NFL was going to have 10% equity in ESPN announced, yo, the Kaepernick docuseries is no longer happening. It's crazy. And he signed an NDA and he said it's not coming out and he can't talk about it. My thing is like, dang. I wish he could have put this out independently, but obviously not. So, trash, terrible work, bad on ESPN. The state of journalism, as we read, ironically, here at the end of the Guardian article, Or they say you read 9 Guardian articles in the past year. Support us and stuff like that. Please support local journalism. Please support journalism, period, in America. All that stuff is important because ESPN's drawn all different places. Like ESPN Bet is a thing, like gambling sites and stuff like that. Has infiltrated like journalism and stuff with sports journalism, and now teaming up with the NFL and WWE, it's like they've bought parts of ESPN too. So it's like you kind of at the mercy of their PR and everything. And now the journalism has kind of been distorted. The NFL's reporting. That's why I don't know. Pablo Torre, is Pablo Torre still an ESPN employee? I know I'm not sure. Is Pablo Torre still at ESPN? Dang, it was the first thing that came up. No, Pablo Torre is no longer a full-time employee. Oh, okay. So, in 2023, he joined Dan Le Batard. Okay. Well, Pablo Torre has been going crazy on exposing the NFL and stuff like that independently, and that won't slow down anytime soon because he's with Dan Patrick. So there it is. Let me read what Dan said. Spike Lee's the most diehard Knicks fan in the sports world, and yet current Knicks can't even beat the Pacers. Indy has New York's numbers, and they have Mike Brown as their new head coach. 100%. Kaep doing things off the field. I thought he was going to go to the Chargers to reunite with his former coach, Jim Harbaugh, but the Chargers got Trey Lance. Kaep still looking as usual. Yeah, Kaep is still looking for a gig, but I think it's like, it's raps, it's GG's, because it's been a decade away from the game now. I heard about what ESPN did, and I think they're doing this for revenue 100%. Like I said, I don't use sports betting. To me, it's a waste of time, and I only place fantasy for fun. Agreed. But like I said, it's ESPN needing money. Like sports journalism and journalism in general just needing money in this new media era where you can get stuff online. I don't know. I guess like the YouTube revenue and the online revenue just hasn't been enough for them. Suffice. And I don't know, man. Now you end up with things like this, where documentaries and reports get canceled because 10% of who owns your company says don't run with that, and you have to listen to the boss, and because dollars are over everything. The bottom line runs everything. So I hate that it had to, you know what I'm saying? This is just me speaking. This is not fact. This is not proven. This is not what exactly happened, because like Spike said, he can't say exactly what happened because he signed the NDA. But in my opinion, it's looking like it spilled over into the integrity of the art of journalism. So yeah, it's going to be weird seeing NBA games on NBC, since NBC is used for NFL, college racing, and other things. Yeah, but when I was a kid, when I was not even a kid, because that's going to make me sound super old, but when I was like young, like 6 and younger, it was on NBC. But the it's gonna be weird not being on TNT though, for sure. Like no more TNT, NBA on TNT, dog. Especially being from Atlanta, like that was our thing. NBA on TNT, NBA TV, right across the street from the dang Georgia Tech, bro. Tech Parkway, dog. No more Turner Sports, and the NBA is crazy. All right. Next, the shopping cart championships. Going from something serious to something extremely unserious. Shopping cart championships, man.
So,
and shout out to my brother David Deacon Sheely, man. Deacon David Sheely. Game Day Grace. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, my brother. And yeah, he's the one that sent this to me.
Aufholen.
Ja.
Und der sieht auch nicht schlecht aus.
Drin.
Der war richtig gut sogar.
Aber kerzengerade wie beim
Genau.
Aldi. Oder?
Ja, super.
Ich weiß nicht, ob er das beim Aldi so macht. Sieht er aus.
And they're all
Man
moms.
merkt, wir sind richtige Hausfrauen, ne?
Ja.
Und wir
Geht
sind
auch.
Hätte jetzt von dir gar nicht so gedacht, dass du das so gut kannst.
Dankeschön. Sehr nett
So.
von dir.
Nein, nicht böse gemeint.
Jetzt geht's. Ja.
Zuschauer bleibt also bei dieser Führung.
Ein Vorsprung. Noch 2 Versuche. Der sollte gut sitzen jetzt.
Richtig
Oh,
anvisieren.
aber vielleicht.
Kommt er noch? Nein. So,
So what are you judging off of?
So,
5. Genau so ist es.
Carmen.
Genau. Ne? Wenn sie
Carmen
den jetzt macht, hat sie
trifft,
5.
ist das Spiel vorbei.
Kann Claudia nicht mehr
Ja.
schaffen.
Okidoki.
Hat es also selbst in der Hand jetzt hier, wieder die Führung auch in der Show zu übernehmen.
Ja.
100.000 Euro.
Und der ist drinne!
Ja. Wichtig. Denn wir kommen hier langsam in die entscheidende Phase.
I have no idea. Jesse Smith, I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that, bro. What the heck? All right, bro. But Dan said, what are Shaq, Charles, Jet, and Ernie gonna do now? They're gonna crash our show. Yeah, Jesse. Come on, dog. Let me see. Are they gonna crash our show now? Shaq and I will go head to head to see who can. All right, bro. Goodness gracious, I ain't never had to like you in timeout, brother. yeah, you in timeout now, brother. But yeah. Shaq, Ernie, and Jay gonna do now. They're gonna crash our show. Shaq and I will go head to head to see who could dunk first, and I will win. Man. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. Jesse threw me off. But those dudes, they already been on the channel, man. You know, they already friends of the channel inside the NBA. You know, I was up there, you know, as a college student. I just met Ernie at a book signing in Buckhead. It's 2017. He brought me up to shadow them for a night, and that was pretty cool experience and stuff. And then so 2 years ago, I kind of reunited with all of those guys at a premiere for Shaq's documentary with HBO Max, and I talked to all of them then and stuff like that. But they're cool people, man, for sure. And seen them at a couple other events and stuff like that. So shouts out to the inside guys, friends of the channel for sure. Jimmy, what is going on? What y'all doing? The Jesse guy was weird. Like I got a mod. I need some mods, right? Is it time to get mods? Am I like, am I that? I'm getting to that point where I need mods now. All right, bro. That's it. We got 2 people banned. I should have put them on timeout. But yeah, anyways. Interesting to see how they work with ESPN. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. For sure. I don't know if they're gonna like water down the show or what, but yeah. Rashad, I've been here for the longest. Yeah. Oh, okay. How do you make someone a mod? How do I do that? how do I make someone a mod? I'll make you a mod, Dan. I just don't know how to do it. I guess I'm coming up in the world, man. I need mods. It used to be no one in the chat, bro. I used to be just talking to myself. Crazy. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to need mods and have trolls and people just saying crazy stuff in the chat. How do anybody know how to make someone a mod? I have no clue. Do I go on my let me see if I go on my YouTube and see if I know how to do this. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't hear myself. Can you make someone a mod doing this? Add as a moderator. Okay. Managing moderator, standard moderator. Can manage block words, change. I'll just give you standard. All right. I just added Dan as a mod. Shouts out to Dan for sure. Bro, what is we doing? What is going on? Mods, get these folks. Come on, man. Get these folks, Dan. Huh? I ain't even doing it. I got my hands up. I'm gonna let Dan do it. Huh? What is we talking about? What is y'all talking about? Anyway, what do you say? The way Charles been talking about it, it sounds watered down, but I don't know. I don't think they know how to carry like TNT. No, 100%. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be different. but I think they're gonna get him right though. Well, no, I don't know, because it seems like they still want to coexist with NBA on ESPN, like Perk and all of them and stuff like that. You don't need that. Just let the boys do what they do, man. Let them get halftime, post game, all that, pregame show, all that, dog. Yeah, Dan, get him out of here. Yes, sir. I'm about to be doing some serious timeouts in here. Be respectful to the OG. OG is crazy. We the same age, Dan. Dan born the same year as me. Talking about OG. We both old. Like he said that before. We both unks. But yeah. People in here need to stop with the weird stuff. That just mean I'm coming up, bro. That mean more people watching and stuff like that. That's cool. You just have nobody watching. It's a blessing to have trolls. It's a blessing to have trolls, bro. But yeah. And definitely interesting to see how it works on the Disney networks. Because can you say as much as you said on Turner? Turner, they be playing the crazy movies and everything like that, PG-13 movies, rated R movies with the TV version edited down. ESPN is Disney Channel. You know what I'm saying? That's Disney, ABC, all that. The craziest stuff over on the Disney networks is just ABC telling the news of like all the violence and stuff like that. That's the craziest they get over there at Disney. Nothing else gets too crazy over there. So are they gonna like censor them, water them down a little bit? I don't know, man. We'll see. I know they tried to keep the show going on Turner, and it didn't work. They tried to keep the show going on Turner, and that was the one, Nate, if you remember, where they shot the pilot for it, and then Charles was like, it was trash, and he said the producers agreed it was trash. Where they're still doing Inside on Turner, but they don't have rights to the NBA, so they're going to be talking about all other sports, but they're still going to be talking about the NBA without NBA highlights because they don't have licensing rights. So it's going to be weird. I'm interested to see how that's going to look. The Turner Inside show with no NBA licensing, like what is that going to look like on a day-to-day basis? And then, of course, the ESPN version as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be all over the place. And then Amazon Prime with, I think Dirk Nowitzki is going to be one of the analysts, and Blake Griffin. Definitely interested to see Blake Griffin as a broadcaster. And then, of course, we all looking forward to Michael Jordan. Speak. Like, Michael Jordan doesn't speak, so that's going to be crazy for sure. You the same age as me, Rashad. I'm 29, going to be 30 at the end of the year. Yeah, I was born in 95, bro. I'm 30. I turned 30 in, I don't want to give too much of it. It's the internet, but and you can find it on the internet. But still, yeah. I turned 30 this year. I was born in 95, bro. Onk. Yes, onk according to the children, for sure. Too old to be doing a lot of the things that I'll be doing, but it's fun. It's fun anyway. And I don't mean no weird stuff. I mean like just like acting stupid and silly on the internet. Nah, I ain't on no Jersey, allegedly. Anyways. We are the same age, and yet we know what we talking about in here. That's funny. Funny. All right. Zoe Spencer. She did a little, you know what I'm saying? She had a good laugh at the Popeyes situation. So the Popeyes situation, for those of you who don't know, of course, there was a streamer prom after Streamer University. Funny Mike invited pretty much everyone that went to Streamer University, plus some other streamers like guys from FaZe and stuff like that to come out. All the big creators came out to support and show love to Funny Mike. It was presented and sponsored by Popeyes. With it being presented and everything from Popeyes, it was what happened with that? With it being presented and everything by Popeyes, everybody had to sign a waiver before they went in. And usually you have to sign waivers when you go into stuff. It's usually like, hey, we have permission to use your likeness and videos and recaps and stuff for the company. And you say, yeah. But they ended up turning it into like the Lacey meal, the DDG meal, the so-and-so. And the creators had no idea what was happening, the India Love meal. And so they all got mad about it. And they apparently signed rights over in the thing. So yeah. Okay. And so Funny Mike, he responded to people talking about it, like blaming him for setting up the streamers and stuff, saying like he knew and everything like that. So here we go. Here's Funny Mike.
60. What the man? What? Man, get the fuck up out and scam some fucking streamers into a 360. What the man? What? Man, get the fuck up out of here, man. I can't say too much, y'all. Look, I gotta bite my tongue. But what the fuck I look like, man? The fuck?
The haircut crispy wanted, but he still got the chalk on the hairline. Some real Louisiana stuff. Fade clean.
I was blindsided by all this shit. And when you set up, man, got me fucked up. You hear me? Scam some fuck.
This man really from Louisiana, bro. What was that? Okay. So that was him, because everybody's saying 360 deals with Popeyes. Because you get no money and you promoting Popeyes. So Zoe Spencer, who was kind of like excluded from the streamer university, streamer prom, everything like that, she posted this, or no, she said this during her stream when she found out everybody kind of got scammed or whatever by Popeyes.
Shout out to the streamers with the Popeyes. Period. Y'all get that unlimited shit? Like y'all getting unlimited chicken and shit? Gra. I'm over here like, oh shit, niggas got their own burger, their own fries. Damn. Go streamers. Nigga, they need to get Popeyes. Y'all don't need to be getting me. Get Popeyes. I'm just laughing. Shout out to the streamers with the Popeyes.
He said, I'm just laughing. I ain't look. Zoe Spencer is a friend of the channel. However, I ain't gonna lie, Zoe. I gotta call a spade a spade. I gotta call a spade a spade. Cause I don't know if the interview's ever gonna happen. Like I ain't got no email back. Haji said she was gonna email me back. We was gonna set up, then it ain't happened yet. It's been over a month, bro. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Zoe, I gotta say this, and you a friend of the channel, so I still rock with you. This is why this one of the examples, bro. Why the folks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have people blacklist you, push you out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you publicly mocking them afterwards. This is just like, you just proving their point. There's a reason why folks going on. It is what it is. Look at you being shady, being messy, throwing little subliminals. It is what it is. Like, that's one of the reasons why folks move the way they do. Now, me, folks, I do feel excluded in a lot of things and things of that sort, and ostracized and this and that. But I feel like it's just because I'm in a competitive industry. Like, it's a dog eat dog world. No one trusts everybody. Everybody want to be on top. Everybody want to be the one that does this or that, blah, 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 blah. Because there is only one, you know what I'm saying, that like didn't play, didn't coach professionally, that's thriving in space at the top, at the highest level, and that's Stephen A. So, it is technically only one. And then, in the world of hip hop, it was 3 seats at the Breakfast Club, and those were like the highest seats and stuff like that everybody want to get. I say all this to say it's very competitive in the field of work I'm in and stuff like that. So I get it. But also, like, dang, like, folks still be fake. I still be looking, you know what I'm saying? I still be peeping a lot of stuff. It is what it is. That's a whole nother thing. But I'm okay with it. And I feel like Zoe might be okay with it too. But her throwing shade after the fact, it does look kind of crazy. But I feel like if you're going to make yourself the villain, you got to be the villain 100%. If you're going to go on with the villain role, you have to be the villain. You have to commit to it. You can't be no villain. Throw the shade at the streamers and everything, the Popeyes deal, people at the streamer university that shut you out. Can't throw no shade and then still want to be. No, you can't do that. You got to be full villain. All those people, they got to be your ops now. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. If you want to come over here and now you affiliated with me, if you do the interview and stuff like that, everything like that, shoot, I'll be everybody out too. I done reacted to all the streamers now already. Someone said I was hating because I reacted to Duke Dennis. They said, you hating on Duke Dennis. You'll never be as successful as them. They being this and that. Keep grinding. You got 3,000 videos and 5,000 subscribers. I'm like, hold on, little partner. You don't even know who you. I ain't even. I'm rambling. Popeye's chicken, man. My father loves that place, but I love chicken so much. Man, I have some family in Louisiana, and I yet to go to a bar that is totally redneck. This guy thinks he is redneck. He ain't even close to that. He Louisiana though for sure. You heard me, man? Say man. That's Louisiana all day for sure. Now chicken is healthy, but it's how much chicken you get. And Popeye's chicken is not healthy at all, bro. It's pumped in probably with all those like steroids and stuff like that, and it's fried. Nothing too fried is like necessarily healthy. You know what I'm saying? His levels of health with fried stuff like fried zucchini, fried squash, fried this, fried that. But nothing fried is necessarily healthy for sure. But yeah, Zoe, if you're gonna turn heel, I know everybody turned heel on you. So if you're gonna be the villain, you gotta commit to being the villain. Just my 2 cents. Now chicken is healthy, but it's how much chicken you get. Oh, I just read this. I'm tweaking. All right, next, man. Ron, speaking of the Popeyes joint, he said fried chicken is good, but when you go to Chick-fil-A, the grilled nuggets are better. Ah, man. Yeah, see, that's another place I ain't been to in a little minute, but I know it's this meal or this little thing that people get that's like all over TikTok or, the internet. I see it on Facebook Reels because, I'm older on TikTok. This is a grilled chicken little bites, right, in a cup. And then you get some lettuce or something like that. Some like spinach, chopped lettuce in another cup. And then you get a sauce. And then you like mix them all together. And they say that's a healthy meal that you get your protein, you get your nutrients, everything like that for like $10 or less from Chick-fil-A, and it's healthy. It's like one of the healthier fast food options and stuff like that. It looked nice. It looked like a little nice little thing. Shouts out to the internet for coming up with that. They snap. So Ron gave his little 2 cents. They deleted it. Dang, they deleted it. But Ron, in the thing, he was reading at the streamer games. He was reading carefully the contract because he didn't want to, because of the Popeyes joint. What happened with Popeyes and stuff, man. So yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Where they mix it in the little cup and stuff like that. That look nice. And they say you get your protein and it's healthy and stuff like that. All right, we're gonna stick on streamers for a little bit here as we come into the last 15 minutes or so, last 20 minutes of the stream. W-stream. Duke Dennis shares he's not allowed to speak on why he was arrested and says it was a big misunderstanding.
I get back as soon as I get done streaming. The bullshit happened. I go to jail. The bullshit happened over some dumbass, stupid ass shit. Bro, I needed a break, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit was a lot, bro. And
Duke Dennis is a friend of the channel, regardless of the videos where I've critiqued him and stuff. He's still a friend of the channel. Like, dude's still showing love in person and stuff every single time. One of the nicest content creators I've come across. Shout out Duke Dennis.
I will say, like,
and RP his auntie. Prayers up to his auntie for sure.
I know, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to hear about like the whole jail shit, but to be honest, I can't even talk about it. Like, what I can say is like the whole thing was just a big misunderstanding, miscommunication mostly. But bro, no cap, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a band, bro. Jail isn't a place that I would wish on anybody. Like, that shit's so unnecessary, bro. Like, and like the thing about us, bro, the thing about me, bro, I'm not the type of content creator that's going like risk my freedom for the content. Content ain't that deep for me. Like, it's not that deep to me. It never will be. And like, it's not that deep to me or none of my dogs, bro. Nobody in AMP. Content is not that deep to be risking your freedom and going to jail over. Like I said, that shit was a big ass misunderstanding, big ass miscommunication. Like, bro, like I say though, bro, I wouldn't wish jail on nobody, bro. Don't go.
Don't go. Don't go. It's crazy. But he did clarify that it wasn't hide and seek.
I
Which was
seen
like the biggest thing of people thinking that it was from the hide and seek game because you got arrested during hide and seek video, right?
all y'all jokes. I seen about how y'all was joking about, you know what I'm saying? The whole like reason I went to jail in the first place. And bro, that shit was, bro. I won't say what I want to say because I gotta wait until this whole thing over with. You know what I'm saying? Because my lawyers, you know what I'm saying, it's just not smart to, you know, speak on a ongoing situation. But I'll give y'all the whole rundown eventually. But bro, all y'all making y'all little ones and twos, bro. I still stand on the fact that, like, bro, being a content creator, bro, I never put content. I never like do content knowing that I could get in trouble for it. That is a guarantee, like guaranteed that I would not do anything content related that I could get in trouble for, knowingly.
All right, so it wasn't hide and seek. There it is. It wasn't the hide and seek. He said it was an ongoing situation, and it was a big misunderstanding, miscommunication between him and I guess the agencies that had something to do with it. So there it is. Duke Dennis himself. I feel like we got more from this than we did previously. Everybody was just like, man, that was, you know, Phantom said that for 3 minutes. If we have time, you can look up Law Nation on YouTube and click on the episode because I was on the show on Friday. Okay, bet. When you're talking about the Cowboys. Next, we are talking about Halle Bailey. Maternal Health Summit to empower women with free supplies on Saturday. This is by ABC7. Shouts out to LA. Brandon De Hoyos wrote this story. And yeah, Project Pitt and supervisor Holly Mitchell presents Maternal Health Summit on August 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in Los Angeles, California. Baldwin Hills. For expectant mothers, the prospect of a new baby can be joyous. But for some in Los Angeles, pregnancy can be frightful with real life concerns. It's for these reasons the nonprofit Project Pitt is launching its first maternal health summit this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. The free one-day event will create awareness and drive solutions for maternal health facing women, especially in our Black and Brown communities. One thing that we have to realize is that it is a growing fear that when a Black woman goes into birth, creative director Miriam Dorsey said, when we go and when we give life, we are also risking our lives. The statistics are sobering. Black and Indigenous women face high mortality risk, while 80% of maternal unalivings can be avoided with proper care and education. Project Pitt reports Saturday Summit is meant to empower women to advocate for themselves. Participants can go a day of relaxation and access to free resources like panel discussions and kid zones. Project Pitt will also host a community baby shower in partnership with It's Bigger Than Us LA, providing free diapers, baby formula, wipes, new breast pumps, and more while supplies last. It's resources like these that Dorsey, a mother of 3, who also experienced 3 miscarriages, said she wished she had access to earlier in motherhood. A lot of women are afraid, Dorsey said. Sometimes insurance is a barrier. Finances are a barrier. So to be able to come somewhere for completely free and be able to get those resources, I mean, it's indescribable. During the event, Project Pitt will honor 2 celebrities, guests who advocate on behalf of women and their maternal health, including actress and singer Halle Bailey and songwriter Faith Evans, who launched a nonprofit writers' room, which helps children and families navigate disabilities and different needs. Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza is located at 3650 West Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Los Angeles. So there is that right there. Now, 100% Black maternal health is a serious concern. It was one of the largest things that Kamala Harris was dealing with when she was vice president. So raising awareness with that and violence prevention were 2 things that she really focused on a lot. And, you know, when people are like, what do they do for the Black community? What do they do for the Black community? She spent like most of her vice presidency on those 2 things and environmental issues as well. So yeah, those are just two things of me covering the Biden-Harris administration. If you guys are wondering, oh, where you get this? You working? No, I covered the administration, so I was there to see what she did on a day-to-day basis. And those were three of her largest kind of issues that she was kind of focusing on through her term as vice president. So Halle posted it herself. And she said, I want to thank the city of Los Angeles for the incredible honor. So at the event, I guess the city of Los Angeles gave her a proclamation to be recognized for speaking up about maternal health. And my own postpartum journey has been really humbling. Just a reminder that vulnerability is not a weakness. It's the bridge that connects us all. And so she received the Black maternal, the proclamation from Los Angeles for what she's done and everything like that. The way she presented it and the story of what the event was and stuff like that does seem kind of like two different things. However, it's all under the umbrella of motherhood. So shouts out to Halle Bailey for sure. And all the mothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Then said, well deserved. That's inspiring. Halle Bailey of Smyrnaville for sure. Cobb County, if you know, you know. Mob County. Legends. Hold on. Let me switch over. The camera cut off. Dang, it cut off on the thing of me like, well, my nose twisted. Mob County. But yeah, for sure. Shouts out to Rashad. You froze. I noticed. But yeah. Shouts out to Project Pitt and supervisor Holly Mitchell for sure. Just presenting the news, and that is it. Okay. Julian Brown update. We have an update from Julian Brown. Man, I've reached out to Julian Brown. This is me pulling back the curtain. I've reached out to Julian Brown and his team. So we'll see what happens. If anything comes of that. I'm sure he's an extremely busy man right now. Busy turning in plastic into gasoline. So yeah.
You gave me $30,000 and I gave you my heart. You gave me your faith when I disappeared, and I gave you my promise that I would never quit and never give up. And now we are here after 5 years of hard work, 8 months of back-breaking upgrades and labor. It is the last time to run the world's first solar, continuous, say it with me, microwave, pyrolysis, reactor, baby. Mark 4.5.
Yes, sir.
We are here. And when I turn this machine on, it will be history. Not only because it is an invention and the first of its kind, but because this is sending a message to the world, letting the world know that we are done. It does not matter. We're not going to wait on some big corporation, some big government to do what needs to be done. If we need to do it ourselves, we will do it ourselves, because this is our world. This is our earth, and we care and we protect it. And we protect and care for each other too. So, without further ado, desde mi corazón y mi alma, vamos. We got the vacuum pulled. It's time to turn on the magnetrons now. We are now operating at full power. At full power, absolute capacity. We are consuming 12,000 watts. It's happening. Look at that. It's happening. We all know what that means. Oh my goodness, take a look. There's the oil, everybody. Now is the moment that will make or break this machine. We're about 2 hours in. Now it's time to load in plastic while the machine is running. Now that we have this loaded with plastic, we'll close this valve and then close this valve, pull a vacuum on the thing. Vacuum is being pulled on the chamber. We are now opening this chamber up. Oh, look at that. All right, we'll turn on the blades. Beautiful. That's literally exactly how I want it. Just like that. These blades spinning, plastic falling in while the machine is on, while the machine is hot, while we're still making fuel, baby. The world's first solar continuous microwave pyrolysis reactor. I fed in the plastic from up here too fast, clumped together. That's what happens. That's why we had to employ this really sophisticated auger blade system, because plastic, especially under these conditions, loves to just get staticky and clump together. Fortunately, I think I could fix this, but not while the machine is running.
Shouts out to my bruh for sure. Hold on. Let me go to his TikTok. Nature Jab TikTok. And then someone was like, yeah, I remember I seen a thing. It was like, actually, it's already been a thing that someone changed the plastic. And the reason why they haven't done it is because the emissions have been cancerous.
Humanity.
Oh, okay. Y'all jokers is hating on my mans, bruh. Shouts out to Nature Jab, man. Shouts out to Julian Brown, man. Huh? That genius, a modern day genius, Douglasville in the building. Georgia boy. West Side in the building, huh? What is we talking about? Shout out Douglas County. Shout out Douglasville. Shout us out to my old stumping grounds, everything like that. Shouts out to LeBron, my dog LeBron, Matavius Presley. If you know, you know, friend of the channel as well. I would love to get Julian Brown on the channel. That's my next big goal, everything like that. So yeah. Julian, you are a genius. We appreciate you. We salute you for everything that you're doing, for everything that you've done. Keep inspiring people. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're going crazy, dog. All right, let me look at this Law Nation channel. Let me see. Law Nation. You made me love myself. You know what I mean? That's dang, this dude, he got a big platform. 142. Well, you know, the Cowboys got a lot of fans. What was this? Which one you on? Which one you on, Dan? Let me know. Let me know which live you're on, so I can know. He said it was last night. Let me go to the one from yesterday. Let me see.
For that defensive tackle one take. He ain't on his team right now. You know, that's just the reality of it.
It's an amazing beard and lineup.
I don't give a dog of how much tape you show.
I don't give a dog
or how much
of it.
As it pertains Michael Parsons. Don't do it, Cowboy Nation. Please don't do it. Don't over. But it's top, extremely good network today, ladies and gentlemen. If everything else changes and he remains the same and we getting the same results, then 9 times
okay?
out
So
of
how
10,
does this?
At some point,
so he has people like in the chat join and stuff like that. He said it's the third video to the right. It's about the 1 minute mark. Okay, bet. Did I pass it already? Yeah,
he got to get a boatload of the blame. And here's the reason why I say
this,
this, though,
crazy,
MJ,
Dan, because I invited you to come on one episode, and you said, "Nah, I'm shy." If you came on here with this dude with 100,000 subscribers, I'm at 5,000 subscribers. And who is this? Hold on, let me see who this is. Hold on, I'm trying to skip around.
So after week 1, the Cowboys can pick up.
Got to ask if we're going to lie to a Michael
he brings in the chat.
At his games, where exceptions don't matter. Brother, what I want you to do right
some real country.
I cannot continue.
Some real country.
Air loudly, crying loudly, crying.
Better than Dak Prescott. We got Mahomes.
Also, he got the fans fighting in real time.
Okay, go ahead.
That's how he got the 100,000. He got the fans fighting in real time.
If we're going off of quarterback success, what has Trevor Lawrence done besides being?
Trevor Lawrence hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done.
All right, bro.
Wipe his glasses. And that's the same thing.
All right, hold on. Let me see. He said back up a little, fast forward. You made me love myself. I was around hour 19. Let me see. Hour 19. So this Dan. Oh, okay. Dan, I was looking at you the whole time. But I'm looking for Dan 1995 instead of Daniel M. I thought that was Dan. The gray shirt is me. I thought that was you. Dan, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, right? Dan, one night, he said, Rashad, do the little cha-cha slide or something like that, right? I said, oh, I can't really do it with the way that the camera going and stuff like that. I said, you know what? How about you come on, Dan? I'll send the link in the chat right now. I send the link in the chat. He said, no, I'm shy. Mind you, it's probably about 3 people in the chat at the time. Meanwhile, Dan hops on for an hour. Look at this. He hops on. Look at this. Dan hopped on about 1:19, right? He is on for the rest of the show for an hour on this live stream on the channel with 142,000 subscribers. Come on, Dan. Like, I thought you was my mans, bro. I thought you was my mans, dog. It's cool. No, it's cool, bro. It's cool. He said, I was shy. I couldn't pop up. I was shy. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. Was you too shy to go on the man with 142,000? Come on, Dan. I get it. I ain't have 100,000. You know, the shyness goes down, the more subscribers. I get it, Dan. Jeez Louise, you on here for a dang hour, Dan. In front of 100,000 people. Look how fast the chat is moving.
Over again. You guys got to hear this. Yeah, the music was too loud. I told you my audio board is just messed up. But what about?
All right. I'm gonna go see where. Oh, this is where you said Trevor Lawrence was doing nothing. I'm like, y'all talking crazy about Trevor Lawrence. That's a Georgia boy. Shouts out to Trevor Lawrence, man. Sunshine.
But
you talking about 2016 or last year?
I'm talking about Dan.
You can't be on, but it's like,
oh,
man.
Snap, that damn.
I hear you.
Go ahead.
My point is that, yes, Dak has had some great games, but Dak has had some games where you like, bro, like, I bring this game up all the time, and I want to bring it up right now. We were playing the Washington football team. Michael Parsons was having the game of his life. The game of his life. I want somebody to please say they remember this game. Dak Prescott did everything in his power to give that game away. I need somebody. Law, do you remember this game?
What game?
This was Michael. This was we had Randy Gregory. This was I believe Michael Parsons' first year. We were playing on Washington. Anyways, y'all figure that game out. Dak Prescott did everything in his power. To me, that game signifies who Dak Prescott is. He makes good plays, but when it's time, when it matters, when you need somebody to step up, when you need a man to lead the house, Dak Prescott is in the basement somewhere trying to find cookies.
It's funny because this is a Dallas Cowboys specific show. But it reminds me of First Take because all they do is yell about the Cowboys and LeBron.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
10 quarterbacks that are better than Dak Prescott. We got Mahomes, you got Lamar, you got Josh, you got Joe, you got Jalen, you got Matt Stafford, you got I'm not saying after this, I'm not saying it's in any order. You got Justin Herbert, who I believe is better. You got
Justin Herbert better than Dak?
Uh-oh. There you go.
You're right. Justin Herbert is not better than Dak.
Uh-oh. There you go. Uh-oh.
Justin Herbert is garbage.
Uh-oh.
I apologize. Justin Herbert is absolutely garbage. But I don't think he's better. I'm not even gonna argue that. How many is that?
Justin Herbert not garbage, bro. Shouts out to the Chargers. Shouts out to LA. Justin Herbert's not garbage, bro. I know Dak has the crazy regular season stats and everything like that. Oh, this and that. It rarely means anything because it's like Buddy be he just disappears in the big moments. Let me see. There's let me look at stats, bro. Last season, Justin Herbert threw for well, it's gotten worse, progressively worse over the course of his career. But he threw over 5,000 yards his second season. It's not garbage. He said, listen to my top 10 quarterbacks list, though. He said, Law said he got a radio voice, like a sports radio voice, where they're like, can the Kansas City Chiefs? So I was like, I ain't cooking you, Dan. I think I
got 7.
You got 7, I think.
Man, that echo killing us, man. Keep going.
Hold on.
It must be on my end. Y'all make sure I'm going to count 10. 5,
Can you hear me?
4, 3, 2. Is the echo still there, Cowboy Nation? Because I get a bad echo on my end. Y'all let me know if the echo's still there. And I hear you struggling, man. You struggling talking to them doggone top quarterbacks, bro. You struggling.
Brandon, can I give you my top 10 quarterback list? Can I give?
Here we go.
Are you through with yours?
Go ahead, because I'm at work on my internet.
Okay. You want to know my top 10 quarterback list for this year? I got Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts.
Wait, hold on.
Jaden Daniels.
Hold on. You got Lamar at number 4. You got Lamar Jackson at number 4. Lamar Jackson top 2, hands down. And I wouldn't be mad if you said he was number 1. Shout out to Patty Mahomes. I wouldn't be mad if he said Lamar Jackson was number 1. Lamar Jackson is him.
I got Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, and Baker Mayfield. That's my top 10 quarterbacks for this year.
Oh,
based off of last season, I guess.
It's not a bad list at all. The one that I did feel a little crazy about was Lamar at 4. I think Lamar top 2, bro. Lamar's top 2. Like, how many MVPs does he have to win for you? You know what I'm saying? People to be like, oh, yeah, Lamar Jackson, top 2 quarterback. No, it's kind of crazy. I feel like Lamar's number 2, bro. And I wouldn't be mad, like I said, someone said he was 1.
Not total body of work, right?
Well, I'm going it by this year only.
Okay,
I'm going
into this year. I feel you on
going into this year.
He top 2, bro.
I also think Jaden Daniels is better than Dak Prescott.
Right. That's why I had Jaden Daniels over Dak, because he won a championship game last year.
But Pat didn't look like the most pristine, like a robot, like how he usually does last season. He looked human for the first time in his career. Like, he looked mortal. You know, they got kind of lucky a lot of those games, kept squeezing and finding ways to win. And then it ran out in the Super Bowl because Philly was like, oh, no, we ain't playing that. We ain't playing them games. He tried to do the comeback thing. He had a couple, people saying he was stat padding in the fourth quarter. But, yeah, I wouldn't be mad if someone said Lamar was number 1 right now.
I think Dak is anywhere between 11 and 15, wherever you want it, because
Dak is definitely, I say Dak, I give you this 100%. I think Dak is better than Baker Mayfield. Dak is better than Mayfield. Mahomes got rings. They keep saying he's going to surpass Brady in the Super Bowl department. I'm a Mahomes dude. Like, I'm a Mahomes believer for sure. Like, I made this video after he won the last one. I said he's now the greatest NFL quarterback of all time. So I said it right there. Patrick Mahomes, friend of the channel, by the way. Shouts out my boy Patty Mahomes for sure. But yeah. I think Dak Prescott is, like he said he think he between 11 and 15. I do think that's a bit harsh. I don't think he's that mediocre. Like, Dak might not be the best. He might not be MVP Dak and this and that. But he's better than Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield cold too. He a cold little short commander. You know what I'm saying? He get them boys up and down the field. He scoring and he'll throw a pick, 2 picks, and then throw 3 touchdowns after that. You know what I'm saying? He cold for sure. Erratic, a bit different. But Dak is more stable.
Dak Prescott is a lot of like some of these other mediocre quarterbacks. Like, so look, Dak ain't that guy. Like that, and tell me when was Dak's last playoff win? Like, what year was that?
The playoff win that Dak had was the wild card game against the Bucks. And how many touchdowns did he?
Dang. Bro, how you on a Cowboys show and you don't know the Cowboys' last playoff game? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you just came on here like just as a normal kind of like NFL fan, and you know what I'm saying? Like you went on a Cowboy specific show. I feel like you should know about the Cowboys.
Oh, was the quarterback?
We retired Tom Brady. Come on, we retired his butt. We retired him.
We retired him.
Dang.
And we've been retired since, I guess.
He said we retired Tom Brady. That's a while ago. Tom Brady been gone for a little minute, it feels like. Because he took that year off. He took a gap year and then he came to broadcast. That was about 3 years ago, Dan.
But no, you got to understand, to add context in, that year, earlier part of that season, right? We lost to the Bucks. Broke his thumb in that game. They said Dak would never beat Tom Brady in this team. And then all of a sudden at the end of the year, we beat him. And then they say, oh, man, he's too old. That's the reason why I beat him.
3 years ago. That's the last playoff win? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that was Kirk Cousins, people wouldn't be like, oh, Kirk Chains, top 15 quarterback in the league. Like, people would be like, that was 3 years ago.
But I guess he aged like bananas on top of the refrigerator less than a full year. That's crazy, bro.
So Brandon, let me.
They win.
That's what happens when you're 43. From what I hear, I don't know. I'm not 43.
So Brandon, you think Jared Goff is?
You can't use an age thing on Tom Brady because he built in Tampa. Brady built the super teams. He built the super teams to put him in a position to succeed. So it was like the fact that they still kept winning the division and everything like that, and went to a Super Bowl and lost to Mahomes and everything that 1 year and stuff. The reason why they were so successful in Tampa Bay, did they win 1 year? They might have won. I can't remember. Hold on. Tom Brady, Tampa, Super Bowl. Did they win 1 year? Bro, they won. No, they didn't. They did. Dang, they beat the Chiefs. Dang, I don't even remember this. Like, I thought the Chiefs beat them. But maybe they did a rematch and they beat. Oh, they won the COVID year. Dang. But the reason why they were so successful in Brady's thing, with Brady being you know what I'm saying, so far into his 40s, is because Brady built a super team. Like, he built that team to succeed despite him being 40 this, 40 that. So like for him to be like, you know, oh yeah, okay, they beat Brady, but he was 43. Like, come on, dude. Like, it was different. It's like a LeBron James 43.
Jared Goff is better than Dak. You honestly think that Jared Goff is better than Dak?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
No, there's no way
Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. Jared Goff. Shouts out to Detroit. Huh? What up, though? All right. Let me see. On my Detroit. Gosh, Lee. Jared Goff threw 1,629. And he carried Detroit. And Detroit was winning. I ain't gonna lie to you. Detroit was winning. Detroit was winning last year. Let's see what Dak was doing last season. Shouts out to Mississippi State, huh? All the homies, you know what I mean? Oh, he got hurt last year. I forgot. That got hurt. He only played 8 games. The season before, though, he threw 4,500 yards. Jared Goff might be better, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Jared Goff might just be better, bro. Let's see. Dak had 36 touch TDs and 9 interceptions. Jared Goff had 37 touch TDs and 12 interceptions. So, yeah, more interceptions, stuff like that. I don't know, bro. I don't think it's a Dak is way better than Jared. I don't think it's that. I honestly don't. Because Jared Goff, he got the city lit. He got the 3-1-3 lit. What up though? Huh? Dak was third runner up behind Lamar and Purdy in 2023. Yeah, but you wouldn't say like Roy Purdy's better than Jared Goff. Like no one's gonna say that, you know. Rob Purdy, by the way, my bad, bro. I'm thinking Roy Purdy, the YouTuber. Oh, the video's on mute. Thank you for letting me know, Dan. Hold on, let me reshare it. I'm resharing. Give it a second. Technical difficulties. Shouts out to this dude. His production.
Because he took them to the Super Bowl. So I'm not even going to count that. I'm going to just talk about since he's been with Detroit. He's been better. Sorry to tell you that.
Well, and again, like I said,
Quavius, man, circling back, man. Let me bring him into the stage.
What I'm saying is that you can't just say that that Jared Goff is better than Dak. That's inaccurate. I'm just
can I chime in real quick, Daniel, Brandon, how y'all doing? Can I chime in?
What's good, hoodie?
Okay. I've heard a lot of nonsensical arguments going on here. Okay. If you want to say Dak is top 10, top 15, fine. You got it. Whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whatever floats you. But let's go back to our timeline. So since nobody wants to actually look at context and facts, let's go back to our timeline. Okay. We were down 28. No, I think we were down because they won by 2. I believe they did. We were down. Dak Prescott had the ball last. He drove down the field in his first playoff game when we were 13-3 on Dak's arm. And all we had was we didn't really have much.
You talking about the game where he lost track of time?
I said 26. I need you to listen. I need you to listen. Walk with me now.
Go ahead.
2016.
Okay. Go ahead.
We were. Thank you.
You talk about you going all the way back to year one.
Hold on now. Let me get through this.
Go ahead.
2016. I'm counting down all 7 playoff games. Okay. We had an opportunity to go to, and this was we were number 1 seed. We had the first round bye. We were playing in a divisional game. Not the division, not the NFC Championship, the divisional game where we had an opportunity to go to the NFC Championship. Dak, who took us to the playoffs at 13-3, everybody gives Zeke the credit. It's a team sport. So yeah, the team got us to the playoffs 13-3. Okay, Dak makes a heroic stand to go down the field and march down the field on the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers and put us up. If it weren't for the defense giving up a big play, which got them in field goal range, where Crosby decided he wanted to hit a miraculous field goal, we'd have went to the NFC Championship.
All right, bro.
17. Okay. We're playing in the Vikings. That's back. Let me fit. We go and play the reset. Where we are.
The Cowboys, the land of the woulda, coulda, shoulda. And I'm from Atlanta.
For the bit. Did we go to the playoffs that year? No, I think we went 8-8. No, we went to the playoffs. If you can't run, is Lamar Jackson accurate?
No, because Lamar's a runner. Lamar is a runner.
Look, there is no caveat to this.
And a better thrower.
On talent is one thing. I personally believe the quarterback position should be played cerebrally. Dak Prescott is one of the best, if not left in this league, one of the best cerebral quarterbacks, bro.
Do you think he's top 5?
Huh?
Do you think Dak is top 5?
I mean, it's not like he hasn't shown it. And if you look at it,
hold on a minute. So in 2023,
I'm so glad you got a little sense. Goodness gracious. Because when you said Jared Goff ain't better than him and this and that. And I looked up the stats and Jared Goff done revived Detroit kind of like by himself. I was like, I don't know, bro. You might be a little like Dallas bias right there. Little Lone Star bias there, Fort Worth bias there. But then you said this, he not top 5. I'm like, thank you, bro.
He was the runner-up behind Brock Purdy, right or wrong? He was the runner-up.
No, he was not the runner-up behind Brock Purdy.
I thought Brock Purdy won the MVP that year.
No, not even close.
Brock Purdy.
Not even close. That was Lamar Jackson.
Oh, it was Lamar. Okay.
Yeah, Lamar. Yeah.
Because Dak had way better statistical numbers, and he was the reason for 2023.
Yeah.
To the playoffs.
And we had weapons in 23. We had weapons.
We said, like I said before, we may have had defenses that led the league in turnovers and takeaways over a 3-year span under Dan Quinn.
Right.
Just like everybody's saying, oh, well, Dak does well in the regular season. What does he do in the playoffs? Well, guess what? Dan Quinn's defenses do well in the regular season. What do they do in the playoffs?
All right. I don't want to talk about Dan Quinn. I don't want to talk about being up 28 to something. I don't want to talk about any of that. I'm gonna end this right here. Dan, you held your own. I'm proud of you, everything like that. Keep doing your thing. I say keep showing up on the show. Because that get your name up. You get your name up, that get our name up. We all win. Huh? What is we talking about? But yeah, man. I have to go to sleep myself because I have to cover a football game in like 6.5 hours. So yeah. With that being said, I appreciate you all so much. Shouts out to Big Nate in the chat tonight. Shouts out to Dan holding it down in the chat for sure. I want all of y'all to take care of yourselves for sure. Have a good night, have a good morning, have a good evening, have a good afternoon, have a good day. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. I will be live tomorrow. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the road to 10K subs. I'll be live tomorrow because I'm live each and every single day. What time? The world may never know, but I'm going to be live. Peace out.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.